Hello, Coffee people. Yet another new episode whereby we are going to have our new guest. And he has been one of the best barista globally, representing Kenya in a brand ambassador to San Remo. And if humbleness was a person, then this guest would really fit in so well. So, ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands together to welcome the one and the only Mr. Shabaya.
Thank you very much.
Karibu sana.
So honored to be here.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Kindly reintroduce yourself. Maybe haven't done it so well.
Okay. My name is Martin Shabaya. I'm the brand ambassador for San Remo coffee machines. I'm also a former National Barista Champion, 3-time Africa Barista Champion, and World Barista Championship semi-finalist and finalist in the year 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
Karibu sana. And how did your journey start? Maybe if you can tell us how you started the whole thing of coffee.
My journey started by chance, honestly. I got into this career by chance. Just straight from high school. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had a major need at home and I needed to step in and see what I can do.
So you never went to school now to pursue barista?
Never. So just straight from high school, after the December holidays, following the following year, I looked for something to do. And I just bumped into another lady who we were doing skating together.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered why she's wearing the same blouse every day. And then she told me that she's a waitress. She works in one of the leading coffee chains in Nairobi. I inquired on how I could get an opportunity to work with the company.
Sure.
And they invited me over for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Took only 5 minutes because I didn't have any experience.
Yeah,
I only had one-page CV with my past O-level experience and primary. Can imagine.
Whoa.
So they told me they'll give me a chance, they'll train me, and then they'll assess and try to get where my passion is.
Yeah,
and then they'll give me an opportunity.
Where was this?
This is back in 2011.
2011. And now that's where you started now your whole journey.
Yes, and the coffee chain was at Café.
At Café.
Yes.
So you started as a junior barista.
So junior barista, yes, we usually call them bar runners.
Bar runners.
Yes.
So you were not even qualified barista?
No, not at all. My work was basically to just wipe glasses, make the workstation clean and ready for the experienced baristas to take over.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
So at what moment did you know that this is not just a job? This is a profession?
It took time for sure.
Okay.
Because it was my first time seeing like a lot of things, like an espresso machine.
Yeah, sure.
First time even tasting real coffee like espresso. Yeah. First time even hearing the word barista, So it took time. Took time for me. And just to touch the espresso machine, it took me 6 months. After
as a bar runner. So they were training you at the bar?
Yes.
6 months of training?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it built curiosity to me.
Yes.
Yeah, 6 months without touching the espresso machine and then coming to see other experienced baristas work their craftsmanships.
Yeah, sure.
Doing latte art, it was mind-blowing at the same time.
So you were curious.
Very curious. And out of that curiosity, I gained a lot of interest.
Mm-hmm.
And from gaining interest and trying to perfect my craft, before I knew I was a bit experienced in the craft.
Wow.
So that's
Now tell us how you started now your journey to competition. Now you have already started now training at 2011.
Yes.
At what point now did you come to a point of now doing the competition locally?
Yeah.
Yes.
So after working for 2 years with that cafe,
yes,
up to end of 2013.
Okay.
One of the suppliers, roasted coffee suppliers, approached that cafe and asked them that if they would have a few baristas to represent the company in the regional national competition.
Okay.
Yeah. So by then I was already good in my craft.
Okay. Now this is 2 years down the line.
Yeah, this is 2 years down the line.
Yes.
And I had gained some recognition at the branch level.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and also after working for 2 years, I had a passion. My passion wasn't in coffee. Actually, I developed another passion. That was in the bakery.
You were not passionate in coffee?
Not really in coffee. After now staying in that cafe for 2 years, learning what the different departments in the cafe, And I found like I really loved the bakery side.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, yes.
Uh-huh.
So 2014, before I had expressed my interest, maybe if I could get a transfer from the bar department
Bakery.
to bakery.
Uh-huh.
And they were, the management was looking into that.
Okay.
And then the competition came in before my transfer to the bakery. So I tried competing for the first time.
In 2013.
2014 now.
Oh, in 2014.
Yeah, in 2014, I tried competing for the first time.
Okay.
It was a new whole experience.
Yeah.
I learned a lot, met wonderful, great baristas from Nairobi who had done it before.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a learning platform. But apparently, I managed to be second in Kenya.
You want to change your career, but now.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Imagine. It was just about when I was just shifting my career to the bakery. And then I participated in the competition. Sure. I managed to be first runners up. So number 2 in the national competition.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, now, after that, how did it become an eye-opening to your career now after that competition in 2014?
So after 2014 competition, so my transfer to the bakery was successful. So 2014, 2015, I worked at the bakery with that cafe.
Oh.
Yeah, in the department of cakes and a bit of pastries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you were not motivated to continue with the whole thing of barista?
It was a bit, in my family, we are a Christian family. We were raised up in a Christian way.
Yeah. And
just sharing my story with my mom, where I work, what I do every day, they usually assumed that it was in a bar setup. So we were serving alcohol, wines, and she wasn't very happy. So this was one of the reasons I wanted to shift my to a new career path. Yeah. So I had gone to the bakery, already working in the bakery in 2015. Mm-hmm. And then the following year, because it's an annual event, this barista competition, they remember that I was second in 2014 and I'm now working in the bakery. And then they asked me, why don't you just try, even if you're not working at the bar at the moment, just try and see what you could achieve.
Yeah.
But the skills once acquired, you can't take it out.
You can never take it out.
Yes. So I gave it a shot.
In 2015 again.
This is in 2015. Still working in the bakery.
Okay.
I gave it a try. I never even informed my manager in the bakery or anyone. So just sneaked out.
A low-key one.
Imagine. So I sneaked out in the day of competition, participated in it, and then went back to work. When the results were out, I was announced the national champion in 2015.
Really?
100%.
Your second shot, you were number 1.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, 2015.
Now, before even we get now where now you headed to now, maybe to represent Kenya into a global stage.
Yeah.
Who is a barista?
That's a very, from my perspective, in the level and the years that I've acquired of experience in the industry, it's a very, you can define a barista in a wide way.
Yeah, sure.
For sure. But for me, it's about craftsmanship.
Okay.
Mostly, a barista is just a simple guy, humble, ready to learn.
Sure.
With a friendly face, skilled work, hands. So putting all this in a person, working behind the counter to produce a wonderful coffee, that would be just a simple barista to me.
Very nice.
Yes.
And what does it mean to you?
It means the world. Oh. Barista means the world to me. It's my career. I'm so proud to be a barista.
Yeah, sure.
And it has taken me to places I never thought possible.
Wow.
For sure.
All because of coffee.
All because of coffee.
What are the key skills that every great barista should have?
Customer service is one of the most important keys.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, like I mentioned about humility. Yeah. And ready to learn.
Ready to learn.
Yes, ready
humility,
to learn.
Customer service.
Customer service, humility, ready to learn. And also the technical skills which come along with it. With passion and also a storyteller. You have to tell the story of coffee. You have to learn coffee from inside out, from the farm to the cup. So you can inspire even the consumers. And educate them on what coffee is and how best they can enjoy their coffees.
So it's not just serving coffee.
Not just making coffee.
Mhm.
Not just making coffee. It comes along with the experience around it.
How you relate with the
How
consumers.
you relate with the customers. When a customer just sips your coffee, comes back to say thank you for a wonderful cup, it melts your heart and you feel, you've made a purpose and you're like an ambassador of coffee.
Wow.
Yes.
Now let's get now to 2015.
Yeah.
Now you were announced number one.
Number one.
Now it's time to go to
the
international level.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So after winning the national competition, I went back to the bakery, but now due to public and recognition, it had to go through the news reached the management, and they were wondering when did I go to the competition, what happened, So I won, and then I got the opportunity now to represent Kenya in Seattle, Washington.
Wow.
Yeah, it was my first time on a plane, first time leaving Kenyan borders.
Coffee.
Yes, yes. And it was, if I remember very well, I was very young, naive, but knowing nothing. But I was given a lot of support with the Art Cafe.
Okay.
Yeah, they sponsored everything. They gave me an opportunity to visit different cities in US before the competition, just to relax my mind.
Before even you do
familiarize with everything, yes.
Wow.
So they gave me a very good opportunity. I really appreciated it. It played a major role.
Yeah, sure.
And as I was going out, I was very proud, knowing that I'm carrying all the hopes of Kenya and also at Cafe family.
Yeah.
You can imagine, I was so proud, yet staying humble because I knew I'm going to meet other very good baristas.
Worldwide baristas.
Yes.
How was it like representing Kenya on a world stage for several times? And who funds you to the world stage?
Okay. Now at least we are better off. Okay. Now we have different organizations that are coming in. We have the government playing another side, like making sure we have a competition every year. But also even they even, I think they usually cater for the sanctioning fee. So to make sure we have all these competitions every year. But it's a collective effort. Yeah.
So we cannot just say it's the government that funds.
No, it's not the government. Actually, the major part is the private sector.
Oh.
Yeah, passionate.
So when you went for the first time, it was fully on private.
First time,
sponsored.
Yes, first time fully sponsored by Art Cafe.
Yes. So there's nowhere the government came in.
Just the sanctioning, making sure that the competition was held in Kenya.
Okay.
To have a competition in a national level, there's a sanctioning fee that has to be paid to the world organizing body.
Okay.
Yeah. So the government steps in there.
Okay.
Pays the sanctioning fee and making sure.
Okay.
But all this running around, organizing the events, it's a collective effort from small, private, and businesses and organizations.
Okay.
Even sometimes individuals, they usually
really
step in, yes, a lot.
Now, in Seattle, Washington, how was it?
Seattle, Washington was memorable for me. I met wonderful baristas.
Yeah.
I met
Sasha being one of them.
Sasha being one of them, being the year that he won.
Yes.
So he didn't know me. I knew him for sure. We presented in the same stage.
Sure.
So it means a lot to me actually because coming years, I didn't know we would work together at some point. Yeah. And so looking back, it was a memorable year for me. Eye opener for sure. Being in the world stage for the first time.
Okay.
And then getting to learn a lot from other baristas, learning a lot from what the judges are looking for, learning a lot about different coffee culture from all over the world.
Yes.
It makes you really appreciate what coffee can do in general.
After that, did you emerge number on top 5?
43.
43.
That was my first. 43 man was my first
but you never
ranking.
Gave up.
No.
You
for sure.
Once
you step on the world stage,
yes,
you now get to see the gaps that you have.
Addictive.
Yeah. Because you see where you would improve.
Yes.
If you could do better on this part, you can perform even better. So anyone who has tried competing has to come back and do it again.
So you went back on
So I came back in 2016.
2016 again?
Yes, 2016.
2017 again.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, and all these times I won now.
Now
the
in
national title.
2021, you became number 5 globally.
Yeah, so I had quit competition in 2017 after winning 3 times.
Yeah.
And then pulling from 43, 22, and up to number 16. Yeah. So
Nice.
I managed being the first African to make it to the semis back in 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big chance as well. Life-changing for me.
Okay.
By then, I was brought from the bakery, and a new role was created in Art Cafe, which never existed before, like a head barista position.
So all the time, they never knew what head barista was. Then you are the first person to make this thing trend in Kenya.
It's something that we need to do, actually.
Yeah.
It really motivates baristas to grow the ranks.
Yeah, sure.
Look up the ladder, know there are different roles.
Yeah, sure.
And we won't be losing all the best baristas outside,
What do head baristas do?
They oversee, they train, they inspire. Yes, other baristas.
No, you're not into that now over there now giving orders and all that.
No, not giving orders, but mostly being a barista, you must come just do it. They see how you do it, and they have to learn from how you're doing it.
Yeah, sure.
So you can't just supervise or something.
Now, what next after winning World Barista Championship? Or just participating? What next for?
Participating is one big part. It's like a crash course. You learn a lot about customer service, speed work.
Okay.
Presentation skill, public speaking.
Yeah.
Creativity by coming up with the new signature drinks.
Okay.
So it's like a crash course where you learn a lot in only 15 minutes. Yeah. So participating on it is the best thing that has ever happened to me. It shaped my career, honed my skills. And I believe it's a good thing for even other aspiring baristas. Now, winning is a new whole thing, because after you win, you have recognition. Yeah.
A worldwide recognition.
Worldwide recognition. And all this comes in handy to better your career. Some international companies will approach you. Maybe they want to associate with you, learn a lot from you.
You are like an influencer.
Yes.
Coffee influencer, that is.
Absolutely. It brings new opportunities, even not only the other companies, but even someone can approach you to be part of their team.
Yeah, sure.
Which is growth in one way or the other. So winning the competition comes with a lot. Mostly exposure, not instant growth. That's why I usually emphasize on patience and humility. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Martin, what next for you? What have you been up to?
Yeah.
Like now you have won, you have been in the journey. What have you been up to?
I've been up to a lot after traveling the world for a couple of years now.
Okay.
I've realized that coffee is wide, and we wouldn't finish all the opportunities.
Yeah, sure. The cake is so big.
So big.
For everyone to get a piece.
Everyone can get a piece.
Sure.
Yeah. So for now, I'm working closely with Sanremo coffee machines and see how we can bring back all that innovation back to Nairobi.
Okay. Back
to Kenya, East and Central Africa.
Sure.
Yes. There's a lot. There's a big contrast in whatever we are used to here.
Okay.
And whatever is happening in the grown-up specialty cafe scenes outside the world, outside Kenya. Yeah. So I'm working closely with Sanremo to see how we can better the coffee culture in Kenya by bringing in machines that are international standards.
And how is it so far so good?
So far, it's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. Good reception. I was shocked that even so many people would want to know more about innovation, technology, and how they can better even the cup that we enjoy every day. Yeah. So I'm focusing on that line.
Okay.
I'm also focusing on a lot of training and consultancy, different cafes.
So locally over here?
Yeah, locally. I'm focused on Nairobi, actually.
Yes. You've never thought of having a coffee shop? Maybe most people will be coming over there.
Yeah, for sure. That will be my end goal.
Yeah, sure.
My end goal eventually.
What do you see the specialty coffee industry in Kenya heading to?
No, it's grown. It's grown. It has really, it's an emerging market for sure. But the number of coffee shops that are coming up, not only just to make coffee, but also they invest in espresso machine, good interior design, good quality coffee beans.
Aesthetically.
Yes. So they're grown. Like in
Don't you
2019,
think
you only
it's a
had.
bubble that will come and burst?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because the more we have coffee shops everywhere in every
Yeah.
corner, so many people will start appreciating coffee
Sure.
and wanting to taste coffee for the first time. Actually, it's not all Kenyans have already tasted coffee.
Maybe there's some audience that they don't know the difference between specialty and commercial.
Okay.
So maybe you can explain further on them.
Yeah, specialty coffee is mostly the quality of the beans and also the traceability, sustainability part of how we source this coffee, how we grow this coffee.
Sure.
Yeah. So specialty is really high quality coffee beans, and also it will look back on how it was sourced, traceability and sustainability.
What about now commercial?
Yeah.
The commercial.
No,
coffee.
the commercial part is now just doing coffee for business. Yeah, volumes count.
It's more of the volumes.
More of the volumes, but specialty is more of the quality.
Yes.
Now
I get it.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, we are on the same page.
Yeah.
Now,
so there's a way we score coffees, the cup coffees, and give it a score.
Now in the specialty way.
In the specialty way.
Nice.
So anything above 80 is
it's specialty.
Specialty, yeah.
Anything below 80, it's a commercial coffee.
It's more of commercial,
Okay. Hopefully they're learning something.
Yeah.
Now, how was it when preparing for the competition?
Yeah.
Would you explain how it is like in a world stage?
Preparing for competition is really an involving and really strenuous process. But it depends on what you want for sure. Because it will pay back. Yeah, it takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of time to prepare. For sure, I think for me, for my last routine, I prepared for more than 6 months practicing like
prior.
4 to 5 times a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, and 4 to 5 times means a full presentation every day.
How was it like the last time that you won? It was in 2021?
Yeah, 2021.
You emerged number 5?
5 in the world, it's not easy. It's first time Africa has ever been in the
sure.
semis and also in the final.
Where was it?
In Milan.
Yeah,
Italy.
Would you explain how it was when now you headed there? You never even did anything when you went to Milan?
No, I did a lot of preparation locally. Yeah. But I had to go maybe a week or 2 earlier.
Okay.
So at least I really appreciate Sanremo. Then we had not begun working with Sanremo, but they offered me a training space.
Sanremo came through now.
They just came through, offered me a training space. You were
under sponsorship as well? Or it was, you just paid for yourself?
No, by then now the national body organizing committee.
The government came in.
Yeah, no. We have the Kenya Coffee Events. That's the organizing body.
Okay.
The government also supports in one way, which makes sure that we have the competitions.
Very nice.
Yeah. So the organizing body, they usually source funds from willing sponsors. Yeah. And then now this organizing body had already organized for my itinerary flights and accommodation.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, for you to be on the competition, global competition, do you have any special training? Like maybe SCA coming through?
Not really.
Do you need those certifications?
No, you don't need all those. Any certification. Actually, any barista can just participate without any certification.
Really?
Yeah. It just depends on the level of professionalism. Yeah. Okay. And customer service. But this organizing body organizes, the national organizing body organizes the local competition.
Okay.
And then we get one champion. So that champion has to represent Kenya. In the world stage. Yes.
Now I understand.
Yes, so there are no qualifications. As long as this national, like the Kenya Coffee Events,
yes,
as long as they've gotten a one champion, like the best barista in Kenya, they will send that barista to the World Barista Championship.
All right.
Yeah.
How did those international experiences shape your career, or rather give you an outlook of coffee?
At the world stage, for sure, you have so many innovations being showcased. So many different coffees with different cup qualities, characteristics, different flavors. So you learn a lot. And you want to improve your skills even more. Yeah. So every day, you learn new techniques on how to texture milk. You learn different ways of dialing an espresso.
Okay.
Yeah, you learn different coffees. They dial differently in the espresso machine and the grinder, how they work, different processing. It's wide. Yeah, it's very wide, and it gives you curiosity to learn more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think the third wave baristas in Kenya have future?
They have a future for sure, but it starts.
And what makes you think so?
Because this is where the world of coffee is heading to. It's more of technology, innovation, and new methods of brewing.
Sure.
Yeah. So they have a future for sure. Looking at the cafe scene in Kenya and in Nairobi for now, I'm sure that baristas have something to look up to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Back then, about 10 years ago, it was basically whatever was here. It was not really encouraging. So many of us, like the baristas that I was working with in that time, most of them are abroad. Yeah. Yes. But there's a reason now to bring them back home because now new roles are here created.
Do you think Kenyans are appreciating the new wave?
Yeah, they do. As long as we have passionate baristas who are willing to share the experiences, they know the coffee from bean to cup, and then they share the experiences with the consumers, then for sure.
We shall go slowly.
Slowly, the local consumption is growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most professional baristas from Kenya prefer working outside, as you have said.
Yeah.
What makes them go outside? Like even the one that you're working with, most of them, maybe they are roasters, they are Q graders. What made that happen?
Compensation for sure.
Yeah,
it's proper compensation abroad. But you can't compare the two scenes. That one is a really grown specialty coffee.
Yeah.
And here we are emerging.
We are still
emerging, yes.
Okay.
But mostly what makes people go out for working outside is not the working conditions or anything. It's the compensation. Proper compensation, better livelihoods, at least. They make them look for opportunities outside. But the good thing is that once they come back, they come with more knowledge.
They make the industry grow more.
Yeah, they make the industry grow every day and more competitive as well.
What makes you think we can change it? Or rather, how can we change the whole industry?
If we focus on education.
Educating people about coffee.
Educating people about coffee. And the first people who can do the education are the baristas, who are the point of contact with the consumer. Yeah. So, like I mentioned earlier, skilled hands, friendly face, and then like a coffee ambassador. Share about the coffee.
Do you think the government need to get into it now in terms of education as well?
Definitely.
Because right now we are having so many private sectors that are doing now the whole thing of education.
Yes.
Do you think government should take it so serious and have it on our schools as well?
Absolutely. That's our dream for sure. But until they do it, we'll just find other ways of surviving and making sure that education is still appreciated in the country.
Do you think even the government knows there is a position of head barista or there is a competition for coffee? Like not even now the coffee board itself. Do you think the government themselves they know about anything about coffee?
I would be shocked, but I'm sure they listen. I'm sure they listen.
We are well known for athletes.
Yes, but
and even our coffee is well known outside over there.
It's very well known, but now recognition by us having baristas participate in the world stage, not only just participating, but rising on all the ranks, semis and finals in the world stage. It brings recognition. I had congratulations messages from AFA, Agriculture and Food Authority in Kenya, and they said they don't just produce good quality coffee, but also good coffee makers. So at least they recognize when we perform better in the world stage. So as baristas, we'll play our part, do our best to raise our flag higher when we come into the international stage. And then this one will just force the government slowly to be fully part of it.
I think this year we had the Dubai World
of Coffee.
World of Coffee.
Yeah.
I saw even the Sheikh went over there.
Yes.
Like it's a whole big culture.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to one day whereby we shall be having the president in our competition as well.
Imagine.
Or even accompanying our own barista to the World Cup.
Absolutely. We are looking, all of us are looking for that. it can be
nice
a
one, nice
very
one.
good booster for
What
sure.
advice would you give young baristas who are coming in?
It takes time.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't just see Martin Shabaya,
Okay,
but there's so many years of honing my skills
Yeah,
and patience and humility that has put me where I am today,
sure.
for sure. So patience, they have to learn a lot of patience. They have to learn craftsmanship.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
not just making coffee. Craftsmanships count. So many baristas are just there for the monthly wage.
Yeah.
As
So
long as
actually,
they
we're
are
having
getting
that challenge
something.
right now. People are getting into small courses in Kenya.
Yeah, everyone is just
in the
rushing
name
into the
of,
courses.
if I do the small course, I'll get quick money.
Quick money.
Uh-huh.
So, but it separates along the line.
It's
More passionate
understandable because
baristas.
at first you were not interested in coffee.
It's
You are a
true.
baker.
Yeah, but as you go along, it
Yeah.
starts separating the passionate baristas and them who are just working for the bar. So passionate baristas always rise in the ranks. If you are 8 in the bar counter, in the cafe bar,
Okay.
only 1 or 2 will grow. The rest will
Sure.
just continue working every day, morning to evening, same thing every day. And it's just like the cycle of
Because
life.
at first I knew barista is a lawyer.
Yeah.
Barista. I'm a barista as well. But now when I was starting the whole journey in 2016,
Yes.
I knew barista is just a lawyer.
Yeah.
Then with time I came to realize there is another whole world of a barista. There's
Yes.
another whole world of coffee. Not only even a barista. Actually, barista is the last person in the chain.
Last person.
There's so many people from the world farming.
Yes.
Q grader, millers, name them, roasters.
They take care of that quality bean until the one who is now preparing it for the customer to assess it. Yeah.
Wow.
So we play a vital role in the chain.
Sure. How can we make the barista role more respected and sustainable in Kenya?
For sustainability, if I may begin with sustainability,
yes,
like I mentioned, proper compensation will make baristas appreciate this career. And they will even afford a livelihood here in Nairobi.
Yeah, sure.
And they won't think about going abroad.
Yeah, sure.
Because now knowledge has increased. We have the internet. We can see whatever is happening all over the world, even without necessarily going. Yeah.
So you don't have to go to Chicago.
No, you don't have to work in Chicago
to learn
or
something
Dubai.
new over there.
Nowadays, if we have a new innovation in the industry, in a second, it's spread all over the internet.
Yeah, sure.
And everyone.
In Middle East, we do have a lot of labor from Kenya. Actually.
Yeah. Yes.
Kenyans are going there. They are flooding over there because of this barista thing.
Yes. It's a good thing in one way.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
At it.
They are having exposure.
Absolutely. And also creating a livelihood for their families.
What are we going to do to make them come back? Once they get there and see they're okay, they won't even mind coming back. I have friends who are not even ready to come Kenya.
Yeah, I know. But in Kenya, we are growing. It's an emerging market. We didn't have a roasters.
Yeah, sure.
Now we do have a couple of roasters. Yeah, that's a new role created in the ladder.
Yeah,
as we look up as a barista career.
Yeah, sure.
Like creating these roles like a roaster. Trainers, yes.
Q graders.
You see all these roles.
Yeah, sure.
Head baristas. All these roles will make someone work harder to grow the ranks.
Yeah, sure.
I can come from Dubai from a regular barista, but from the exposure, I am given a new role as a trainer or as a head barista, or as a roaster. That way, they might feel free to come back. But as speak at the moment, if they come back, there's no other role. It's just barista, And we have like a standard way of compensating baristas here in Kenya.
Yeah, sure.
Creating these roles would make this barista career more sustainable.
So in 2021, you emerged number 5, right? Do you think it's because of your skills or because of the coffee that you used?
It was a combination, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Proper combination. Honing my skills.
Yeah.
Perfecting on my craft.
Okay.
And then I was blessed by a wonderful coffee. You can imagine. Yeah.
Oh.
So it was preparedness that made my fortune.
Last time we had Maguta on the seat that you're having, right?
Okay.
And I asked him what made his coffee win.
Yeah.
And he told me it's not even because of his own coffee.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I was to ask you that question.
We have
Do you think it's because
coffee.
of the coffee that you use, because you were using Maguta coffee?
Yes.
Is it because of that coffee or because of your skill?
No. it's a combination. Yeah.
Very nice.
If I had the best skills, like a barista, without that exact coffee, I wouldn't head anywhere, for sure.
Wow.
I wouldn't achieve whatever I achieved.
What's unique about Mutas Coffee?
Mutas Coffee is full of, it starts with the person himself. He's very humble, innovative, and open-minded. Does a lot of experiments, learns a lot from mentors outside. He reaches out to these people who know more about coffee farming than him and learns a lot from them. So when he came up with a wonderful coffee with the also supports of Sasha, all this collective effort made me who I am today.
What's your relationship with Sasha?
Sasha is like a big brother to me. We've worked together for quite some time now. And he trusted me when we met for the first time.
In 2015?
No. 2015, I just saw him.
Oh,
we never spoke
never
or anything.
Made any relationship.
Yeah, I think we met for the first time in 2019.
2019. Yeah, that's now where you had a conversation.
Yes. And he saw my previous performance 2017.
Okay.
And maybe he saw something that sparked some inspiration to do. He does a lot of mentorships. He does a lot to give back to the coffee community, especially us who are in the producing regions, to better our livelihoods and also better the culture, the barista scene in Nairobi, So he stretched his hand, asked if we could work together towards 2021.
So you worked together. He was there.
Yeah.
He was coaching you up.
Like a big, like my coach,
like
for sure.
Big brother and
yes,
a coach,
big bro, coach. He's the one who introduced me to David. I didn't know David in the first place.
Really?
Imagine.
No.
Yeah, someone
Sasha is the one who introduced you to David.
Yes.
You never knew David before?
I never knew David.
So he came and told you we are going to use Mutas Coffee
if
for competition.
If you're willing to work together with me, that's okay. Then I'll connect you to the right people.
In your own country.
Can you imagine? Yes. So I knew David through Sash, yes. But I had known Sash. We've been chatting
over the
I've
years.
learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
Also, when I joined Sanremo, we worked together a lot in the R&D.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, testing coffees and doing all that
together. Is he
together.
part of Sanremo?
Not now.
He's the owner of Honor.
Honor Coffee and Project Origin.
Actually, the other day, this April, he was celebrating his 10th year in the game.
10th year after winning the Barista Championship. It meant a lot to him as well because he had tried a couple of times.
Yes.
And he had ideas, which now is being used in the specialty coffee industry.
Yeah, sure.
Like a daily tool. He came up with very, very new ways of processing, like the Paragon new way of brewing.
Yes, a lot.
There is a lot that he's doing in the industry that it's changing.
Yeah, sure.
He's a great pillar in the coffee industry.
What do you have to tell him now since he was celebrating 10 years in the game?
I always thank him. I cannot thank him enough
for
giving back to the coffee industry.
Sure.
Yeah. He has mentored a lot of baristas, knowingly or even not knowingly at all.
Sure. The same way that you're doing in Kenya.
For sure. But Sasha is a great mentor.
Do you know that you motivate a lot of baristas out here?
It's a difficult one, but I know a couple.
But you have mentored a lot.
Yes, for sure.
So there are so many people under you that you have been working with hand to hand.
Yes.
Have you ever mentored people in the world stage as well?
In the world stage, we worked closely with a wonderful barista from Ecuador.
Oh, Ecuador.
Yeah. It's called Mario.
Okay.
Yeah. We worked together, trained together in 2017, and we created a bond that has carried on until today. We are very, very, very close friends.
Are you a coach to her?
No. Not a coach necessarily, but learning from each other.
Okay, what about here locally? Are you a coach to someone who has been into the world stage, maybe?
Not directly, but I usually step in after we now get a national champion. Then I can now work together with the champion.
Sure.
And then we give him whatever we have, share all the experiences that we already had in the world stage, what to expect in the world stage.
Sure.
and we know what the judges are looking for. Yeah. So after getting the national champion, then we step in. But before the national champion, it would be very fair to have a single project. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
What one thing do judges look up to? Or what do they look when you're doing the whole presentation?
Definitely they judge the coffee, but at the world stage, all coffees are world class. Yeah. Can imagine top quality coffees at
There's
the world
no
stage.
any unique thing that they look at?
The main thing that they look at is the customer service.
Not even the coffee?
The craftsmanship. It will play a part. But as I take the best coffee in Kenya, you take the best coffee from Uganda, it takes the best coffee from all over the world. You can imagine now it goes beyond now just having a great
cup of coffee.
Yes. So mostly it's about the customer experience, the public speaking skills, your craftsmanship, your skills. So now you are using the equipment of brewing, and then your innovation, which plays a very big role.
How creative you are.
Yes. But like, for example, innovation, I'll bring in what I did in my routine, coming in with the compass, a temperature reader for espresso, and then explaining that at this temperature you get these attributes, at this temperature you get this attributes. You get? So those are the innovations that will really count also. Yes. And it is impossible to get to that level without mentorship. Reach out to people who already are very good in being in the game. They are good in innovation. Like I was assisted very well with Ona Coffee.
And you cannot say it just because of you.
No. With the compass, where would I get the compass? It was the first time it was being introduced in the world stage.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it gave me a lot of mileage. A lot of mileage, and also in my routine. So innovation has to come in, craftsmanship, skills, the coffee itself, and who you are as a person.
Yeah, sure. Your personality means a lot.
Your personality also means a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in Kenya, we are going to have our barista competition very soon.
Yeah.
How soon?
Next week, actually.
Next week, actually.
Next week, yes.
And most probably you're going to be the head judge.
Not the
maybe,
head judge.
Maybe not.
We have to get a world coffee representative.
A world coffee representative.
Yeah, from.
But you're going to be part of the team that will be.
I am already part of the team, but unfortunately, I might not be in during the week. Yeah, I'll be in Indonesia, World of Coffee.
Okay.
Yes.
Jakarta.
I'll be in Jakarta. Okay. But I've set everything. We've already selected the judges, the right judges, because it starts with getting the right judges.
The right people.
Who will now get the right barista.
Sure.
Otherwise, it would be chaotic, you can imagine.
What do you think locally they're going to look for? Maybe our baristas will be learning something.
This year, I think we have good baristas.
Okay.
Yeah. People who have prepared a lot, people who have competed before, even former champions who have been in the world stage.
Wow.
So it will be very competitive. But at the end of the day, we are looking for only one barista to represent Kenya.
Sure.
I'm trusting on the judges that they'll select someone who will make Kenya proud, not only from where they are working, not only from, I don't know, gender or something. We don't look at that. Just look for the best representative in Kenya to raise even flags in the world stage higher than where it was. Kenya is in the map now, so we just need to now get the ultimate title.
Sure.
It's possible.
You have really traveled globally. Do you have any memorable cup of coffee that you can say, I really enjoy that cup of coffee?
Now it's very difficult to know exactly the cups that I enjoy because I've tasted a lot of good quality coffees.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I thought this was the best, and then tomorrow I just come across another.
Then tell us
But the first time I tasted a very different coffee was in China, 2015.
In China?
Yes,
you have never even forgotten. 2015?
2015.
Wow.
So I went there. It was my first time to taste anaerobic fermentation.
Which David is doing right now.
Yeah, they are doing now.
Even Kenya, not only even
Kenya,
David.
Yes, they are exploring a lot in that. Not only David, even Kasha. There's a lot of farmers who are coming together.
Sure.
Yes, who are doing experimental coffees.
Uh-huh.
But that was the very first time I ever tasted anaerobic coffee. I didn't think it was coffee.
It was a manual brew?
No, espresso, imagine.
An espresso?
Yeah, especially
Whoa.
it was in the milk beverage. Tasted like melted ice cream. 100%.
Really?
And it was like a Chinese national competition.
sure.
They had invited best baristas from all over the world.
Okay.
So we were participating there, and I knew I didn't have a chance with that guy. It was a competitor from Colombia.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much. Sooner or later, we are going to have maybe Mr. President having that seat.
Definitely.
Which one question would you ask him?
Mr. President.
Yes.
That's a very difficult question.
About coffee.
But about coffee, for sure,
Yes.
I would ask him to really support the coffee industry here in Kenya, because Kenya produces, if not the best, coffees in the world.
Yeah.
One of the best coffees in the world. We have the best coffee makers, like baristas.
Sure.
Yeah. So if we just get a small support, for sure.
And how support is support?
Support is just being involved in all these processes of from the farm level, with the farmers,
Sure.
at the brewing level, at the cafe level,
Sure.
promoting local consumption. There's a lot of talent in Kenya.
He drank tea, maybe.
You never know. It's something that I wouldn't be shocked, because all of us were brought up in tea. But now, if we can do something to just enhance the local consumption,
sure,
the farmers will be happy. More production will come, and we'll all just produce a lot of coffee, consume it locally.
Sure.
And it increases the livelihoods of all the farmers. And it will inspire people like David,
sure.
who are young baristas, or young coffee farmers, to come from the white collar jobs, go back to the farms and earn a living.
That's where money is.
It's true.
So anyway, thank you so much. I'm really humbled to have you over here.
No
looking
problem.
forward
My
to
pleasure.
Growth, more world stage chats, maybe, or conversation on a world stage.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say. I'm really thankful, Mr. Martin.
My pleasure.
You have anything to
Thanks
talk
for
to
the
our
opportunity.
fans or our subscribers, maybe? You have anything
or
you
anything
can tell
for them? Keep it real. Do your thing, hone your skills.
Sure.
Around coffee, there's always an opportunity. It's a big cake, like we said.
Sure.
Everyone has a piece, and the sky is not even the limit.
The sky is not even the limit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Martin. See you around.
Yeah.
God bless you. And
God bless you too. Thank you.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I will.
Aye,
Thanks.
Aye.